Hi everybody, how's everyone doing today? I wanted to just talk a little bit and do a really basic overview of introvert and extrovert and what that means. I follow some people and there seems to be a lot of confusion, like introversion is bad, how can I be more outgoing or something, and there really is no good and bad with being introvert as opposed to an extrovert. It's just different. More people are extroverts than introverts in the world, but there has to be a place for those creative internal people. A lot of artists, a lot of musicians, writers, artists are introverts. I know a lot of musicians who are great in small numbers, but as soon as you got around a lot of people, it was very draining for them. But they're on stage performing at church. They're the music leader. They're the pastor, and they're leading the church, and for an introvert, it's a different feeling. So what is an introvert? What is an extrovert? So here's the basic. To my understanding, I am not a doctor. I don't play one on TV, nor do I claim that I know all they know. This is just the basics. An extrovert recharges and gets energy from being around people. I am an extrovert. I love being around people. When I'm around a lot of people, I'm energized, I'm charged, I just get happy, right? And an introvert is the exact opposite. They get recharged, they get fueled up when they're alone, when they can contemplate, when they can write, when they can journal, when they can just be with their most intimate family or friends and not around a lot of different people at the same time. And not to say that a lot of introverts are mistaken for extroverts because they're so outgoing and they're so bubbly. But the difference is when they're out there being bubbly and so talkative, they're getting drained the whole time. And when they're done, they're just like, oh, okay, I need to recharge. I need a day to myself. Hello. So I'm shooting a video. That was one of the guests. She was like, what is this guy doing talking in front of a waterfall? To nobody. So anyway, they go and do all that. A lot of introverts will drink a lot. So when those social engagements, when it's so draining, if you consume alcohol, and I don't know about other drugs, I only know about alcohol, you get more, you can just handle it more and you get more outgoing. But that's not their natural state, and so they can mask it. Or they may not even know they're an introvert, and they just feel weird because they're different, because they just feel drained and they don't understand why they don't want to go to parties, so they go out and drink at parties so they can enjoy them. But really, that's not what they'd rather be alone with one or two people and just having conversations or writing a lot, journaling or writing music or painting, or whatever else an introvert might like to do. I only can think of artisty stuff, but so that's the difference from my perspective. Extroverts can also be artists and be outgoing, but a lot of times they have managers that do that outgoing, meet the people type of stuff, and they go and they talk to somebody about their artwork, and then they go away, and then someone else sells it for them, and because it's their artisticness, their artistic flow comes from being alone, and they can think and they process, and they're writing books, and that comes from hearing their voice and being quiet. And that can be harder for extroverts to be quiet, to do that artistic stuff. And I know I have a hard time being quiet in my mind. And so that's the difference from my point of view. And it's as simple. There's nothing wrong with being an introvert. There's nothing wrong, positive or negative. It's just who we are. We're born that way. And the problem is when we're an introvert maybe, and we try to go out and do stuff with people because we think we should, because everyone else is doing it, but really we don't want to. And so then we start doing other drugs or doing other things so that we're okay with doing those things. And so we should all just be good with who we are, and just embrace who we are. And if we're an introvert and we're not sure why, and we wish we could be more out there with people, then take a look at yourself and go, if I'm an introvert, then there's something in me that needs to come out. What's in me that can come out, that can share with the world? And then you can be on stage, you can have written a book that reaches out to the world, and then you can share that gift to a lot of people behind a microphone, behind a guitar, behind your paintbrush, or behind the words on a page. And so, man, there's room for everybody, and I don't think people just judge. I think it's just people don't understand maybe the difference, and some introverts don't even understand that they are one, and they just feel like, why can't I be normal? And there is no normal. Normal is who you are. That's all there is to it. There is no normal. And gosh, I think I've talked about that enough. All right, everybody, have a great day, and embrace who you are, and find out what you're supposed to do with who you are. Bye.